Hey everybody, it's Kim the Crafty Nomad, and I'm back with another episode of the Crafty Nomad Podcast Sunday Shenanigans. Thanks for joining me. I'm so glad to be back. I'm trying to get back regularly recording after April. April was basically a whirlwind for us. We had a lot going on, and I talked about it in a video previously. So if you are interested in what happened in April and why I wasn't here, go ahead and check out the video that is Talk With Me Tuesday that was put up last Tuesday. But for today, I just want to say welcome. If you haven't been here, they call me the Crafty Nomad because I'm all over the place when it comes to my crafting, and I do all kinds of things. Today I'll show you a little bit of shenanigans since I have one sitting right here. But some of these things you have seen already, and some of them you have not. So hopefully the show will be one that you will enjoy. But before we get started, I want to let you know you can find me on Instagram at Kim the Crafty Nomad. I can be found on Etsy. I do have an Etsy shop. I will link that down below. I have a Facebook page for this group. I will link that down below. I did do some changes on the Facebook group. You do have to answer a couple of three easy questions before we allow you into the group. I just find that sometimes when people come and ask to be a part of the group, if I don't see any kind of crafty related group that you're a part of, it's hard for me to trust that you're coming in with good intentions. And so, unfortunately, there are people who have hacked and taken over people's Facebook groups and I don't have a really large Facebook group, but can you imagine if you have a large Facebook group and you get hacked and you have spent all this time building up that group and somebody takes it over, changes everything about it, and really just erases all the work that you did. And so rather than do that, I am going to try my best only to let in people who are in some way, shape, or form crafty. Okay, so I did put in the questions. Just at first, I was like, it doesn't matter, but I really would hate for the group to get hacked. So anyway, that's that. And then my email is thecraftynomad@outlook.com. That will be linked down below. And what else? I think that's everything. So I would like to ask you, if you like what you see and you enjoy the content I create, please consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell so you will be notified every time I upload a new video. So a lot of content this weekend. Chris and I went live yesterday for Hook and Stitch Live with Kim and Chris. That was a fun show, and I put up a teaser video, and then I did a short yesterday. And so there's lots of things on the channel trying to catch up from really not producing very much content for the month of April. But, we're looking at May as a hard reset, and we'll talk about that more as we go through this podcast. So let me get started today. I was going to say I have one finish, but there is one shenanigan type of thing that I haven't shown you guys. So I'll include that as a finish. But we're going to do finishes, whips, thank yous, and I forgot to bring over here to show you guys. But I'll try to pop in a picture. Well, maybe not. I won't pop in a picture because I'm on my computer and not on my phone, and not a whole lot of editing happens when I record on the laptop. So, let's see. Upcoming, I'm gonna do an April wrap up, which is gonna be really quick, and then I'm gonna talk about what I hope to achieve in May. Now, I'm still using my book, guys. We started with this book at the beginning of January, and so far it's still happening. Yeah, and I feel like, yeah, I'm still doing it. I'm still putting pictures in and that kind of thing. So you'll see me trying to keep up with that. Yeah, and I think we're going to go ahead and jump right in and I'm going to show you my finishes. The first finish I'm going to show you is just a little bag bling. If you follow me on my Facebook group, you've already seen this, but it is just a little almost like a brooch, but it's for my bag, my project bags. And I just, use one of these kilt pins, or whatever you want to call it, giant safety pins, and just added some chain, some lace, and a little bit of a dangle over here. And it's just something to decorate my project bag. So I put a couple charms on this side, and I use this peacock charm. It is way too big for a stitch marker. But yeah, I got a little blingy bling on there. You can see some of that. And I just enjoyed making it. Just uh, inspiration hit. I think I was on um, Amazon and saw something, and I was like, ooh, I could try to make that. And it didn't turn out exactly like I had hoped, but we'll keep trying. But I still like it. So, yep, that is one finish. And then, it was yesterday. It was April 30th. Today is May 1st, by the way. And on April 30th, I really didn't have any finishes. Again, been super busy for the month of April. So, not, I was just like, no crochet finishes, which would be the first time this year that I would not have at least had one finish. So, yesterday, I was like, I could probably finish something. So, I decided to go for it. I was participating in something that a challenge that Priscilla from Distinctive Crochet, hey Priscilla, had come up with, and it was called hashtag Make Scrap Yarn. And I decided to participate in that at the beginning of beginning of April, and it had been going on already for 2 months. I think it had been going on for for March, February, March, and April, I think. But anyway, I just jumped on. I grabbed all my scrap balls. I crocheted them into a chain. So basically, it was to take some yarn, make it into yarn, and then make something from it. So not just taking a couple of strands and holding them together, but really manipulate the yarn some kind of way, and then use what you created to make another thing. And so what I did was I just crocheted a chain. I took the easy route, and I just crocheted a chain, and I just kept going with all of my worsted weight scraps. And if I had three weight scraps, I did go ahead and hold those together, and then I just, until I had one big ball of, I just wound that big chain into a ball, and I started to crochet with it. I tried to make this same project. I tried to do it without a pattern because I've done it so many times, but it did not come out right. So I ripped it out, went back and found the pattern, and started again. So let me show you what I ended up making with mine, and that is my psychedelic bohemian jellyfish. And as you can see, it's completely just all the whole thing is just scrap yarns. They were chained and then crocheted. When I chained them, I believe I used a F hook. Yeah, I used the F hook, I think. And then I crocheted with a K hook. So it came out a really nice size. This is the jellyfish pattern from One Dog Wolf, and her name is Chi Wei. And this is a free pattern on her website, which I will link down below. I have made it so many times. You can see one right there. And if I tipped the camera, you'd see another one right over there. I have made it in just 4 weight yarns, and not that one is blanket yarn and the other one is blanket yarn. But I've also made it in just straight 4 weight yarn, and it comes out smaller. But it's a very easy, very straightforward project, and you can see it. And I wish you could see it in person. In fact, if you go ahead and go over to the Facebook group, or follow me on Instagram, or just look at the short that I put up yesterday, you will really see how bright these colors are. This camera is really not doing it justice right now, and it's probably my lighting. But that I pulled off one crochet finish for April, and I'm very happy I at least got that done. I actually really like this pattern because it's quick, and yeah, and it straight up used up all the entire ball. If you go over on my Facebook group as well, you will see what this ball looked like as I made it. And I did use the entire ball. The last bit that was left over, I stuffed it in here. So there's not one bit of scrap left of the yarn that I still have scrap yarn balls, but the ones that I used to make that big ball of yarn, that chain, all used up in this one project. So thank you, Priscilla, for a fun challenge and giving me an opportunity to not only participate in the challenge, but also get in one finish for the month of April. So I'm really, really happy about that. So let's move on now to, let's see, I lost my page. Um, where am I at? Okay, here we go. So, let's talk about whips. Now, at first when I was gonna come over here, I was only gonna show you one. I got tons of whips, guys. You know me. However, I'm only showing what I actually touched. And so I'm gonna bring out, and I showed this on the Hook and Stitch Live yesterday, but not all of you guys don't watch that. So I'm gonna show you the mini C2C, and I'm gonna try to see if I can scoot back just a little. Um, Sorry if you hear a lot of ruffling. I'm sorry. But anyway, uh, here's the mini C2C. This is made up of a combination of Lion Brand Cupcake yarn and Lion Brand Mandala. And it is coming along. I haven't measured it, but I just wanted you to see. I am on the decrease here. I'm on the decrease, so you see it's squaring off or rectangling off. And if you look right there, that's where it was the last time I showed you guys. And almost all of this was done while I was traveling during the month of April, while we were in the car driving to Vegas. We also went to Arizona, but we flew to Arizona. So I did do a little tiny bit of crocheting but just a tiny, tiny bit while we were in Arizona. But that is the progress. Now I'm worried about this because all I have left for the mandala cake is this, and I'm not sure if that's going to be enough to get this thing completely closed up or squared off, but we'll see because um once I get it done, I mean, the rows are getting shorter and shorter, right? But once I get it done, yeah, so the rows right now are between here, what, and here. That's still pretty long, but once I get it done, I'm gonna put a border on it. So hopefully I can find another 3-weight yarn that'll complement this and just throw it on here and not really be looking to get another ball of yarn because I do not have any more of these cupcakes. I do have, I think I have something I might be able to add to it that somebody gifted me, and we'll see how that goes. But anyway, that's that whip, and keeping that in again my El Grey bag that is was gifted to me for my birthday from Lori Gray. Hey Lori, thank you. Always grateful for this. And then the other whip, I didn't think I was gonna have another whip, but this morning I went ahead and got started on another I worked on another project, and that is the project that I've been working on out of this book. This will normally be shown on Squared Up Saturdays, but since I haven't had one in a while, I'm going to give you guys a little peek of this on this show. Now, Ivy Cottage is the blanket that I am working on from this Afghans for All Seasons book. Okay, this is book 4. I did get it from thriftbooks.com. I'll link thriftbooks.com in the description box below. If you want to go over there and check out what they have a lot. This book was in great shape. I probably paid $6 or $7 for it at the most. Maybe it was between $5 and $7. And there are several patterns within this one book. And I actually think I already flipped through this one for you guys. So anyway, since I haven't been showing, I haven't had Squared Up Saturday, I figured I would come here and show you guys. So this is made up of panels, right? And I'm using a Lion Brand Pound of Love. I'm making it for my mom who wanted something red. So mine will, unlike the picture, it won't be two-tone. I'm going to keep it all red. Okay, I'm not going to put the white to connect it. I'm going to keep it all red. It's the colorway Cherry. It's a worsted weight 4. And just to remind you, so it's made up of 7 panels. You do 4 of this panel. This one is called the leaf panel. And I did finish this one. It is looking kind of like burnt orange in the camera, but this is truly a nice, rich, deep red. So that is the leaf panel. Hopefully you can see that. It's not blurry. And then there's something called a berry panel. So so you make, I believe, 4 of these, and then you make 3 berry panels. And instead of just making all of the leaf ones, so I won't get bored, I'm just going to go back and forth. So now I'm making the berry panel. Now let me give you an idea of what the berry panel is going to look like. Some really cool stuff in here. But anyway, so I'm going to try. This is the berry panel. This actually is the berry panel. So you see, the leaf panel just has leaves. Berry panel has berries, okay? And leaves. It has berries and leaves. And so I got started on that panel this morning. I think I've gotten through the first. I'm using my tulip hook, and I don't. Here it is. I'm using a J hook. I love these. So comfortable. Um, and here is the beginning. It's about to pull out, but here's the beginning of the berry panel. Okay, so that is my second whip. I wanted to show you. That's the only things that I have worked on since, pretty much throughout the month. I've only worked on I've only worked on the mini C2C, and then this morning I got to work a little bit on this Ivy Cottage, and then I have finished this one. So really, that's all the crocheting for the entire month. Now, for this one, I did I tell you I used a K hook? I think I did. But I was going to tell you something else about this. I was going to say this was hard. This was hard on my hands and my back to do this. It was fun, but it would definitely beat my body up. So when I was working on Ivy Cottage this morning, it felt like a dream because it was so easy. But anyway, those are the crochet projects we want to talk about for today. And we're going to move on. And I wanted to now give a shout out and a thank you to Ella from No Catchy Name. And I mean, I just want to say that this community is amazing. There are so many great people that, other than crochet, other than YouTube, other than the internet, we would never meet. And Ella is one of those people. She sent me some Happy Mail, and I didn't even bring it over here, and I can't pause to go get it because I'm on the computer. But I don't think it'll pause. Let's see. Is that a pause? Ew, it will pause. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna go get it. Hold on. Okay. Okay. So now I'm back, and I'm sorry if it's glitchy, but Ella watched one of my videos where I was saying that all of my quilt clips have disappeared. I don't know what I did with them. And I used them to hold together my fabrics when I'm sewing. And she was so nice and kind, and sent me some of hers. And dang, I picked up the wrong piece of paper. I really wanted to show you. She wrote me a note, and when I opened it up, as soon as I saw the paper, in my mind, I was like, this looks like Jessie's paper because it had like cute little stuff on the paper. And when I opened it up and read it, she was like, I had to use Jessie's paper. I couldn't find mine. So I totally knew it was Jessie's paper before I even read that. But it was so cute. I'll maybe show you guys another time. But she gave me a bag of the quilt clips. And I'm pretty sure she made this cute little bag to hold it in. Look at how cute it is. That was really good. So it's, and anyway, and it's got a cute little lining, very cute. And then it's just a bunch of, I can't show it to you that way, but I will show you these quilt clips. And I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Ella, for sending me these. I will use them and use them well. Thank you so much. So I wanted to do that. I've been meaning to say thank you on camera for the last week or so, and I keep forgetting. So this time I did not want to forget. All right, next, and we're going to talk about what's upcoming. So what we have coming up really soon is, and I put a teaser video out yesterday for the this is a the seasonal yarny YouTube hop collaboration between me and 14 other uh podcasters. If you've been around, you already saw our reveal on spring, on the first day of spring, and it was fantastic. So summer, the summer reveal is the first day of summer. So that's coming up, and I was gonna. Oh, okay, yeah, that's coming up. So be on the lookout for that. Watch yesterday's video. I did a little sneak peek of the yarns that I'm gonna be using, and I think several people are gonna start putting up teasers as well to get you excited about it. But I know we thoroughly enjoyed it on the first day of spring. So I really look forward. We have two more people participating. So that's even more wonderful things for you guys to watch and enjoy, and for us to watch and enjoy, because no one knows what anybody else is making. Everybody is revealing on the same day. So the first day of summer 2022 is June 21st. And so summer solstice, we will be revealing our projects. I'm super excited about what I chose to make, and I look forward to revealing it to you. Well, watch the video so you can see my yarns and everything. The next thing that's coming up real quick here is Christmas in July, and we're going to be doing a make along on this channel. And some of you already got this book, but I'm going to talk about it because if you want to make it along with us, you need this. Now, this is available. This is the Crochet World Have a Happy Crochet Christmas. And this came out in 2021. This is, last I looked, was still available on Annie's, and it's also available on Kindle Unlimited. So if you already have a Kindle, you can go ahead and get this digitally. Now, this was when my husband bought this for me. He, I think, grabbed it up from Barnes and Noble. When I got this and looked at it, there are so many projects in this book that you would want to make. At least I want to make. It's really a great magazine. And so I already made one thing out of here when I was doing my ornaments last year. And then let's see. Yeah, I already showed y'all. I made that. And then I decided that I definitely wanted to make this other thing in here. And I wanted to see who wanted to make it along with me, but I gotta find it. Sorry. I should have found it before I got on here. Sorry, guys. Look at that. Polar bear. Where's the little thing at? Okay. I don't know. Okay, so we're gonna find it. And like I said, some of the stuff in here I've seen other places, but this was just a great little compilation of really cool things. There's a video somewhere on my channel where I flipped through this, I believe. So I will link that down below. I'll find it and link it so you guys can see the whole flip through. But we're for Christmas in July. We are doing the Christmas Spirit Gnome. All right. I don't have it all hashed out yet, but the rules and regulations and all that. But this is the Christmas Spirit Gnome. And it is designed by somebody, it's called Elisa's Crochet. And I don't know, you may even be able to find this. Like, I don't know, maybe she's gotten it back and it's released as a single pattern now. I don't know. But I tell you, if you get this book, you will not regret it. It's a lot in here that you will want to make at some point. So get ready, get set, and go. Okay, go get this book, and let's be ready to for we're gonna start it on July 1st. I'm not starting it ahead of time. I'm gonna start it on July 1st, and that will be our make along. It's actually the first time, I believe, that I'm actually gonna host a make along by myself. I do a lot of them with Christy, but this is the first time I'm gonna do one by myself. So I probably need to get ahead of the game on all my other projects because I'm not good at keeping it all together. And I'm gonna probably have to just focus on my Christmas spirit. No. So that's coming up. Moving on. I wanted to share with you guys a new book that I got. And that is the Kawaii Crochet Garden. I showed it on the live yesterday. This is by Melissa Bradley. And if you have been watching me, you know that in February and March, I made some stuff for Rose from Rose Likes Crochet for the Wings organization. We were making small plushies, and I made a ice cream cone. And I think only the ice cream cone came. It's called Cute Kawaii Crochet by the same author. And then I found out from I don't know who, or maybe Mama Llama Kayla, somebody showed me their this book. Maybe it was Ella. I don't know. And when I saw this particular plant, this right here, totally reminded me of my grandmother. Now, yesterday when I talked about it, I called that African violet, but it is not. We did correct ourselves. This is a coleus. Now, my grandmother had this plant too in the yard. So I am probably going to make this one first. And I love it. But it also has an African violet in here. My grandmother had those too. Lots of flowers remind me of my grandmother. She was a gardener, and she loved, have we would go to the nursery with her and all that kind of thing. But there's another one that I want to make as well, just because I live in California, and I wanted to show you guys real quick. And then we'll move on. I wanted to make this because it is poppies are the California state flower, and this is a better picture of the poppies. So yeah, I wanted to do that. So it's a lot of stuff in here I want to make. So I did purchase this book, and I highly recommend it so far. I haven't made anything, but it's got 40 patterns in it. Um, and this one right here, Kayla made for her son, but it totally reminds me of Kalisha because I had never heard of this plant. It's called like string of pearls or something. And Kalisha, who is from the Quirky Monday podcast, is very much also a plant mama. That's what she calls herself, a plant mama. And she has one of these, and I had never heard of that plant until her. So when I see that, it always reminds me of her. So that is that for the new thing I wanted to share with you guys. I did upcoming. All right, so we're going to go on and do the April wrap up. It's going to take 5 seconds because I didn't do anything. So I had just one crochet finished. That's the jellyfish that I just showed you. I did finish the Ivy Cottage, the one strip, in which I just showed you. I'm totally behind on the memory blanket. So I started the April square, but it did not get done. It's maybe a quarter of the way done. And then, yeah, so I didn't finish the April square. I'm behind on the Christmas blanket. I did not do any squares, and I think I have 10. By the end of April, I should have had 12 because I'm doing 3 a month. So now I have to catch up, get those done, and then focus on May. Um, and just a little tiny progress on my Wednesday wrap session project, which is the Sleepy Dragon from Sharon Ohala. I just did a little bit of progress on that. I won't show you. I will show you that on this coming Wednesday's wrap session. And that's it. Like I sold a couple of bags. Sure, I made 2 project bags and 1 um makeup bag, which I did not get mailed off. I just completely failed. I didn't get none of my wings things um sent off, but you know what? I'm just gonna save them because if we do wings again next year, they seem to ask for similar things, and I will send it off then. So that's that for that. It was just hard to do anything with everything that was going on in April. So May is what I'm calling a hard reset. So let me tell you what we're hoping to be able to accomplish for May. Hoping to do 5 squares for the Christmas blanket, and that will catch me up. Um, I need to do the April and May squares for the memory blanket. I want to finish the dragon. I want to make a few more bags this month. I have a crochet hat that I shared with you in the last time I shared a video, actual podcast video. I want to finish that. And then I want to make some really good progress on my summer themed projects for the Summer Yarny YouTube Hop. Now, I won't show those until that day, but I'll keep you updated on my progress. And I've only just begun on my projects, and on my project for that, and I really want to make get actually quite a bit of it finished in the month of May, so that in June I won't be stressing about being ready for the reveal day, because we need to be ready a week before. So we really don't have a ton of time left. So I got to get going. All right, I lost all of April, so I got a lot to do. Okay, so that's it. That's all. That's what I want to do, and I hope that you guys will stay on the journey with me. Again, like I said, I'm still using the book. I just wanted to show you that I did put a picture of my finish in the book, and I wrote down everything about it. So, that's what I'm trying to do. This is going to be a fun this book will be basically, this is just my crafty journey documented for 2022. It's going to be fun to look back over this, and maybe at the end of the year, I'll be able to do a flip through so you guys, and just we'll all remember all the things we did together. All right, I think that's it. That's all for this episode of the Crafty Nomad podcast. I will see you guys in the next video, and until we meet again. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't explain. I do not have on contacts. I just don't have on any glasses, and it's because they fell apart in my hands. And the very interesting thing is I have ordered new ones. I do have a pair that will get me through, but they really don't work up close. I really can't see, so I figured, why bother? It just irritate me, so I just don't have them on. However, I want to tell you something interesting. So I went and got my eyes checked, and when the optometrist was done, she said, your prescription has changed quite a bit. And I was like, wow, really? And she said, yeah. In fact, it's gotten better. So my eyes somehow have improved. Which, you guys know my health struggle over the last few years has been diabetes, and really trying to get that under control. And when you have diabetes, one of the concerns is it can mess with your vision, but it usually gets worse. My eyes have somehow managed to get better. So I'm just, fired up to be sort of Benjamin buttoning my way through life. At least with the way as far as my vision is concerned. So anyway, I just wanted to explain where the glasses are. I do not have on contacts. I really can't even see you. Anyway, that's it for real this time. That's all. Until we meet again, keep it crafty. I will see you in the next video.